No diet, no workout, how I lost belly fat in a week. Do you have a piece of clothing hanging in the back of your wardrobe that may be a little tiny in size? But one of these days, you swear up and down, you're going to lose weight and you're going to rock that skin-tight dress. Yep, and me, too. My belly, literally, is the only thing holding me back from putting on that dress. I agreed, therefore, to do something about it. Without any drastic dieting or hours at the gym, I got rid of the pooch in just a week. Are you interested in learning my secret? Oh, just keep looking. But don't forget to subscribe to this channel, first of all. Every day, Health Space brings out several helpful videos like this one. But make sure you also hit the notification button. You won't miss a thing that way. Alright, I'll start by telling you what this little experiment brought about in the first place. I wanted to get rid of my gut when I said that. I may not have used the right word. When the guy of my dreams asked me out one day, I was thrown into panic mode, and I only had 1 week to slim down my waistline. But it's not like the only reason I decided to do it was that. About that time, I felt sort of puffy and slow and I didn't like it one bit. In that body-hugging number, I wanted to not only look drop-dead gorgeous but also feel better. First and foremost, I started doing some research, and I was shocked to find out that when it comes to extra inches around the midsection, that's not always the culprit. If you've only recently found that you don't fit in your clothes the way you did not do so long ago, it's most likely because of water weight and bloating. It sounded like what I was going through, exactly. So I drew up a list of objectives I wanted to accomplish. Get rid of floating, reduce the accumulation of water, rethink my lifestyle and diet. One thing I did to minimize bloating is certainly not fat, so bloating is certainly not fat. In your gut, it is air or gas that absorbs and causes the stomach to feel tight, full, and swollen. Here's what I did to minimize it once I established that I was actually bloated. I've been trying the thing called acupressure. I use the following 2 approaches, as I'd read that it really helps with bloating. Approximately 4 fingers above your belly button will find the first pressure point. I used both clockwise and counterclockwise motions to massage this spot for 3 minutes. It relieves stomach cramps and prevents the formation of gases. 4 fingers below your belly button are the other point. Again, going in clockwise and counterclockwise circles, I massage this spot for 3 minutes. This is intended to strengthen the bowels and get rid of heaviness in the stomach. Yeah, I would say it's working. Another blood suppression trick I read of you being able to drink it as a tea or eat it fresh is eating more ginger. I peeled and diced about 3 ounces of ginger root to prepare ginger tea and put it in a teapot. I added 3 cups of water, then let it boil. It waited until it cooled down. I squeezed half a teaspoon of honey into some lemon juice and stirred it. And it is. Not just for getting rid of bloating, this drink was useful. It also tasted very well. Often, before meals, you can only eat a teaspoon of grated ginger. That's what I did, but for my liking, it was a bit too spicy. It was only later that I realized I could sprinkle ground ginger over my dishes. Oops. Oh well, maybe in the future I'll try that process. Lastly, I began to apply turmeric powder to my water and smoothies along with the acupressure and ginger recipes. I have also wanted to drink more peppermint tea. They're both very good at relieving nasty bloating, and how I got rid of the weight of the water. It was just half the fight to keep my bloated stomach under control. I also wanted to flush out the extra fluid inside my body that was building up. That's what the experts suggest, at least. Here's exactly what I did to get rid of this so-called retention of fluid, according to my study. On my salt consumption, I cut way down. I read that too much sodium allows the body to hold more water, which is the stuff that is in salt. This would explain the puffy feeling I had before the experiment started. I included more foods high in potassium in my diet. Via reducing sodium levels in the body, potassium helps get rid of waterways. It also lets you pee more so that your body makes its way out of excess fluid. For that reason, I made my best friends with tomatoes, bananas, spinach, avocados, beetroot, and coconut water. A couple of times, I have tried making dandelion tea. This herb is a natural diuretic, which means it improves the production of urine in the body, similar to potassium. It really does work, but just be ready for lots of uncomfortable trips to the bathroom if you plan to give it a try. Since they supposedly raise your insulin levels, I tried to eat fewer carbs. Insulin allows more sodium retained by your body. And you do know what greater water retention entails. But I cut back on added sugar and all sorts of desserts, chocolate, and refined grains, as well as other sweeteners. This was definitely one of the experiment's hardest aspects. But to tell you the truth, a diet isn't that restrictive, so you just don't feel like you're dieting. Finally, when it comes to reducing the weight of water, your greatest friend is water. Surprising, huh? It's real, however. The more water you drink, the less liquid in your body builds up. 3. How my lifestyle changed and my diet reconsidered. I did not even have the worst diet out there until I began this experiment. But I realized what modifications could be made. I substitute protein for carbs. No, I didn't feel hungry or disappointed. In reality, I felt lighter and full of energy, and it turned out that nuts, fish, dairy products, and meat were no less tasty than junk food and pastries. Instead of 3 big meals, I reduced my portion sizes by 8 more often during the day. I had 6 that were not so big, but they were still big enough to fill me up. I gave up soda and other beverages with sugar. Believe it or not, carbonated beverages leave you gassy and bloated. I absolutely left the sugar shop that bought things and made my own delicious and burning drinks at home. Here are some of my favorite recipes for making half a cup of pomegranate, half a cup of grapefruit, a pinch of salt, and 1 teaspoon of honey into a blender to create a super refreshing and slimming citrus cocktail. And it is. Enjoy, enjoy. I'm sharing the gone. Pick up a 1/4 cup of pineapple, a cup of coconut water, half a teaspoon of ground fennel seeds, and a little black salt to prepare a drink of coconut water. Blend it all together again, and you're all set. Yeah, drink mine with ice. So you should try it so that it is easy to make this celery cocktail too. Half a cup of celery, a cup of water, half a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and a pinch of black ground pepper will be all you need. Blend the water with the celery, pour it into a bowl, stir in the vinegar and pepper and drink. The lifestyle modifications were a no-brainer. I took the stairs instead of the elevator. I parked further away and walked, instead of parking near the entrance to some spot. I went for short 15 to 30-minute walks instead of sitting in front of the TV all night. Basically, I didn't see any gym membership required, any little thing I could do to get more movement. I've done one particular bloating exercise that you can do, and it's called a stomach vacuum. It isn't as terrifying as it sounds. All you have to do is get on all fours and, when loosening up your stomach muscles, inhale deeply. Then tighten your belly muscles as you exhale and keep them for 20 to 30 seconds. For just 5 minutes a day, I did this. And within a week, I saw a huge change. In the end, what can I say? All succeeded. The dress ended up better than ever fit me. Oh, and for my date, I got lots of congratulations. But what initially began as a 1-week experiment became improvements that I have made for good. I look and, more importantly, feel so much better. So whether you're struggling with extra weight, bloating, or just low energy and feeling kind of bleeding, why don't you have your recipes for losing a dress size in a week by making these lifestyle changes? In the comments below, share your secrets. If you have been helped out by this video, do it a favor and share it with your buddies. Keep happy and make space for good health.